Hello, this is the 13th video, and I'm going to discuss good and evil. I don't know how much depth I'm going to go into it yet, not a lot maybe. Firstly, my delusions and my experiences of my delusions and other things have been a lot about good and evil. The voices, some of them are constantly saying that they're evil. Yeah, sorry about that. Pop up on the screen. Yeah, they've been mainly since they started about good and evil. They used to ask me what is good and what is evil, and they wanted to. I don't know. They wanted to. They seemed to be trying to get me to make a description of evil and good. From the start, I was surprised because I thought that the wars of what is good and what is evil were old wars, you know. But good and evil has been discussed in philosophy for thousands of years, and still apparently, according to the voices, they've still not got to any conclusion to the argument of what is good and what is evil. I don't know that I was surprised, but I can't explain it properly. It's just, to me, it was an old argument, one that belonged in years gone by. Although I'd read it in books. There was one book I had which I can't find, keeps going missing. A philosophy book called Philosophy the Basics by Nigel Warburton. It's a very good book for beginners for philosophy. I recommend it. Nigel Warburton, Philosophy the Basics. And it takes you through all the arguments of the different topics of philosophy, or at least the most common of them. One of them was about good and evil. I said the problem of evil, but I don't remember what it said about it now. That was a long time ago I read that. I had planned to talk about good and evil, and I had mentioned it in the videos, so I came up with a list of 10 points about evil and 10 points about good that I can remember being relevant to my delusions, to the voices, the hallucinations. I'll start with the 10 of evil. Number 1. Evil cannot live with freedom for all. Number 2. Evil cannot live with justice for all. Number 3. Evil always wants life the same way. In some way. Always wants life some way. Evil always looks for control. That's number 4. Number 5. Evil keeps secrets. Number 6. Evil whispers perversion and lets it loose in floods. Number 7. Evil gains power from conformity. Number 8. Evil thrives on knowledge. Number 9. Evil thrives on perverting and breaking universality. And number 10, evil makes its own laws. With regards to evil, cannot live with freedom for all, and evil cannot live with justice for all. That's something that I've been experiencing. The suppression that I'm under from those voices. They're always commenting on things I do, or the same voices that talk about evil, you know. They're always commenting on things I do, always being negative towards me, trying to get me to do things like kill myself or harm myself or kill other people. It says that I can get away with it, that it's possible to get away with evil, that there's no problem in life generally. I don't know exactly what it means by that. I have no idea actually, but that's what it says. That's what the voices say. That in life you can get away with evil because life is evil. Evil wants life some way, yeah. Evil tries to. It seems to me that this evil voice seems to try to manipulate life. I mean, the living, such as myself. You try to manipulate somehow so that, like as if it has a design for life, that it forms or molds people to be such a way, that it has an intention for them to be such a way. It can't cope with them being free and living normally, or living the way that they want to. It has to have some control over them. Not just me, but I mean in general. It seems to want some control over the bodies or brains or minds or spiritualities or souls. When evil's around, there's a lot of talk about selling souls. Something I've talked about at some point as well. So evil wants life some way. Evil always looks for control. That's it's not far off the same thing. Evil keeps secrets because evil does the unheard of, the unspeakable. So, in order to fit in social environment, evil keeps secrets. It doesn't tell the whole truth. It tells part of the truth, or not any of the truth at all. Lies. I've heard that some of the voices tell me that they prefer lies to truth. They don't want truth, they want lies. Evil whispers perversion and lets loose in floods. Yeah, that's something I've experienced. The voices telling me to do things, perverse things, which I would never do. Like kill children. They told me to kill children in the past. And I put myself immediately into hospital. I was on risperidol at the time, risperidone, when those voices started. And they were telling me that they were going to make me kill children when I was on risperidone. It's only on that drug it's done it. I haven't done it on any other drug. It was the one time I experienced that, and it was hot. It was terrifying because it was under control on the risperidone. There was something that was controlling me on the risperidone, and it was telling me awful things. Evil gains power from conformity. That's where it lies to some extent to people and promises them things to get them to conform to their ways, to do what they want, to do their bidding, and it gains power from that. Evil thrives on knowledge. I suppose it's something that I noticed because the evil voices, they're always asking questions. So I kind of put it together in my head at some point that, well, they seem to be creating some sort of database on me or something. The more I tell them about myself, the more the voices were getting stronger. A bit like telling the internet, I suppose. But I've got to get these things out now. As I said in the other video, telling everybody about the I&Me expansion theory, the expansion theory of George Herbert Mead's I&Me theory. I think that getting that out is doing something that I'm supposed to do, to share certain things and let them work. Let somebody pick it up and work on it, somebody who can work on it and do something with it, because I really think there is opportunity for that. Evil thrives on perverting and breaking universality. That's another thing. Parents are universal, and when I said parents are universal, the voices were quick to point out that I was in a single parent family. My mother left when I was 7, ran off with another man. So parenting, the breaking down of parenting, perhaps that's some sort of evil at work on the planet. If evil still has an existence of power or something, which apparently it does. And evil makes its own laws. Well, evil does make its own laws. I said for evil can't live with justice for all. It tells you to get away with things that you can, like bribing the policeman would be a way of making its own laws, so the policeman doesn't arrest them or report them or whatever. So on to 10 points about good. It seems to me from the voices, they're good voices, but they're not wrong as much as they used to be. Good doesn't fight. The good voices that I hear, they don't fight for me. They don't put in a good word here or there. They may put a bit of encouragement or a bit of leaning in now and again. But they're not as forceful then, as fighting as the evil voices. Good doesn't cope well with challenges. They seem to back off a lot. When evil appears, the good voices disappear. So it's like if they can't put up with the challenge. I'm still trying to make myself better. I'm still fighting what's suppressing me and what's making me ill. I'm doing it on my own now. Good doesn't like individuality. A person who's different from the norm is always looked upon as suspicious. Good categorizes. Well, I think that goes both ways actually. Good categorizes and evil categorizes. That's something thoughts I have about science on people. Medicine is one thing, but then using science, quantitative data upon people is, I reckon it's wrong. It doesn't work somehow. It's not It's not functional. It's dysfunctional using quantitative data on people. To categorise is not a good thing, but good does it and evil does it, at least so far as I can tell from what I'm experiencing. Good attacks those which are unique, a bit like good like individuality. If someone is a lot different from everybody else, they are shunned by the good people. Good believes nothing but good. Yeah. It's a bit like I don't really believe that there's good and evil. To me, it's like, well, I know it's in books and I've read about it, and there's lots of nursery rhymes about good and evil, and the nursery rhymes have been around for centuries. But I think in the modern day, we live life, and we're not so heavily influenced by thoughts of good and evil. There's a way of living life, a way not just I'm with the word normal, I want to say, but it's not the right word. Normal way of living. Is you live and let die. Good does not appreciate trust. Yeah, I put my trust in some things which I've encountered as good, and they've always gone the wrong way with me. Good believes everything is good. A bit like good believes nothing but good. And good believes everything is good. Well, I don't know what to say about that, really. I think that life is full of differences. That what's his name now? Not Samuel L. Jackson. Lawrence Fishburne. The guy in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, the coloured fella. Oh, his name's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember now, but he has a line in the film which says that I've forgotten all that at all. Never mind. Good believes everything is good. He says Allah likes a variety. God likes variety. God and Allah are maybe not the same deities. But we won't believe that by the more recent news. Allah is being called God, and God is being called Allah now on Western television. But God believes in variety, and that's what I think. I think that life is full of differences, and life is full of unique people, places, animals. Life is full of variety. I agree with that. Good fails at greed. Can't remember why I wrote that. But yeah, that's maybe something. And good goes to war too easily. Good people get very defensive when they're challenged. I was going out with a lady same age as me, about 10 years ago now. It was the last relationship I had, and I was asking her questions about God because she was devoutly Christian, and I was just asking questions about the Bible and about God, and she turned to me one day and said, "Why are you challenging my faith all the time?" I said, "I'm not challenging your faith, I'm just having a conversation." "You are challenging my faith," and it went on for 5 minutes, and I was like, "Whoa, what's going on?" I didn't mean anything by it, I was just curious. But yeah, so there's some things about evil and good. I don't know whether you agree with them or disagree with them, but let me know to get back to me on it. You've got my email address. Yeah, get back to me. I'd like to hear from you. Leave a comment. Thanks for listening.